Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. This time I want to use the Scallop mold. It's the coaster mold from Molds and Shapes. And I'm starting mixing my little effect, like the little sparkle. So I'm using the black shells from Laura's Art Corner. Just making sure that I don't get all the big bits in there. Yeah, I spilled a little bit, so. Next are the glass bits in champagne from Laura's Art Corner. They are almost done. I used them so much. And this, I cannot remember the name right now. Cosmic. It's sort of mint teal color in light teal color of the glitter. And the holographic fine glitter from Laura's Art Corner. And this is my mixture. And I'm stirring this up very well, but I let it rest, so yeah, it can thicken up also a little bit. And then I'm pouring my clear resin into the cups. I'm using here the Art Pro resin from the Resin Pro company. I link them into my description box, and there's a promo code PT10 just in case you are interested. And now I'm starting mixing my colors, and the first color is the teal ochite, teal blue ochite. Sorry, I hope I pronounced it correctly. It's from Laura's Art Corner. It's a very dark teal color like Petra. I really love it. And the second one is from Petra Jongbloed. It's a real teal, and it's, I would say, 2 shades lighter than the dark teal color, and I think those two give a great match with each other. And yeah, and then my next color, and I'm not using it for my coasters, so please forget about it, because I simply forgot to pour with this. But anyway, it's from Resin Pro, the gold. I got this many years ago, 2.5 years ago I bought this. And then my next color is the Angel White pigment paste from Laura's Art Corner. So I also link Laura into my description box, and there's the email for everyone who wants to contact her, and there's also the promo code PT5. So like I said, please forget about the gold color. I used it later for something else, for my coaster holder. But I needed to film this off camera because I ran out of space on my table. So now I'm putting the clear resin into my mold. And like I said, this is the Scallop coaster mold from Molds and Shapes, and it's really beautiful. I have not used it so many times, and I thought, well, after all the Christmas pours, I just use something different now. I also will link Molds and Shapes into my description box. There's a promo code PT5 for 5% discount. Just check them out. They have so beautiful molds, and they also launched new range of molds, and it's amazing. Now I'm preparing a little bit my clear resin. Just making sure I pop some bubbles, and as you can see, my resin is thickening up. So I'm hoping for good results, because it's always a little bit tricky when you pour with micas instead of pigment paste. So I have only the white pigment paste, and the 2 other colors, they are micas. Now I'm giving it a quick torch. Always be careful using the torch, not to burn your mold or your resin, because this would be really a pity. I also filled my mold rather up to the top. There's really only a tiny incy bit left, and that's for my design. And now I'm taking my shell mix, and I'm giving this on the bottom of the Scallop coasters. I'm trying to grab everything, like the shells, like the glass bits. And yeah, I'm hoping for a little nice eye catcher on the bottom of the coasters. So this is my bottom piece done. I'm just spreading it a little bit so it's not just like a block beneath the scallop. And then I can start pouring my white, and I'm pouring out of the cup. And I'm just following the mold. You see it there. I just need to make sure that I have roughly the same thickness. That's why I just took my popsicle stick and yeah, emphasized or smoothened a little bit, and well, you know what I mean. And now the last one with the white. And then I'm taking the darker teal color and I'm pouring very close next to my white. I just love it so much to pour with resin. It's, yeah, you always get different effects, you always get a different result, and whether it turns out or not, it's always a challenge. It's always, yeah. I just love this medium to work with. Now my last color. My last coaster starts with a C as well. Oh, yo, yo. And there I split it a little bit, my lighter tea color, because the cup was too full and it's not always good. But there you see that, yeah, it poured in really wiggly lines. And now the second one, the second coaster is a little bit better. But I don't know why resin is sometimes doing this. It's really like resin has its own head, has its own thoughts. And sometimes resin says, I don't want to do what you want me to do. Anyway, now I'm altering the colors again. First the white, after the white, the dark teal again, and the lighter teal. It's, yeah, you can call it a flower pour. It's similar to a flower pour. The effects are very similar. But I didn't want to make a classical flower in the center and then maybe filling up my mold with another color of resin later. I just thought I go from the shape and see what I can achieve, especially with these two awesome colors, with the teal colors. So my last row. And it looks actually a little bit funny because there's no design yet. Again, the quick torch. And then I'm taking a toothpick. Please be careful using the toothpick so you are not scratching your mold. But I'm using it because I couldn't find my dotting tool. So you see I'm very carefully, and I'm just dragging where the bows are. I'm dragging my resin to the center just to make a little design. like I said, very similar to the flowers. But I didn't want to swirl it. I will just leave it how it is. I'm not gonna swirl anything because I think it's beautiful when resin also just does whatever it needs to do. So this is now my design done, and yeah, I can take you down for a close-up. So you see that the flowers, I call them now flowers, even though they are not, that they closed up, but there's still a little bit gap in the center, and I'm thinking maybe I should have put something into the center as well, but maybe then it would have been too much. I don't know. I don't know what your ideas are. So I'm just taking them out of the mold. And just let's have a look. I'm very curious about it. And look at that. First I was very disappointed because of all the blobs, but on the other hand, these blobs give those pieces such a depth, a great depth. But my white is almost vanished. This hardly ever happened to me. Normally white is very dominant, but it almost, disappeared. And I don't know why. But look at the depths of those pieces. In this case, I really, after looking 3 times to those coasters, I really love them. I really also love the blobs, and I think they belong to them. Yeah, and this is the final result. I hope you liked the video. I hope you learned a little bit about it and about resin, and yeah, I hope I could give you some inspiration. And just, leave me a comment what you think. And I see you for my next video. Take care, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.